Well, in news just in, Sibanye Stillwater has just started a formal process of restructuring its unprofitable gold mines. We're learning that up to 6,670 jobs could be lost. Well, for more on this story, we cross live to Sibanye Stillwater, where James Wellsted, who's the spokesperson at Sibanye Stillwater, is standing by. Thanks very much, James, for speaking to us. So why is there the need for this restructuring at your gold mines?
Hi, Nompu, and morning to your listeners as well. Oh, afternoon, sorry. These operations have been facing financial stresses and economic challenges for some time. In fact, since 2017, we had done a restructuring in 2017, which unfortunately has not had the desired effect. So we started engaging with the unions and other stakeholders in the second half of last year. And we at Future Forums, which are monthly meetings that we have with them to share information, and we raised the prospect of the fact that these shafts were in danger because of the economic challenges that they were facing, and that we needed to work together to try and find solutions to the losses that they were making. But we were unsuccessful in those attempts. Some of the things we've tried to bring them back to profitability have been unsuccessful, and as a result we've had to take this step that we've done now, which is to issue the Section 189 notice, which will mean a mandatory 60-day consultation period with the unions and other stakeholders.
James, bottom line, what sort of numbers are we talking about in terms of job losses?
So it's not certain yet, but if you look at the operations that we've named, which is 3 shafts at Driefontein and 1 shaft at Beatrix, potentially about 5,870 employees and about 800 contractors could be impacted. I must point out, though, that the whole purpose of the 189 is that it's not a fait accompli that these shafts will close. What we do is we engage with the unions to try and find ways to ensure that they continue operating, but we restore them to profitability. And we have done that before. In 2013 and in 2017, Beatrix 4 shaft was subject of 2 189 processes, and it's still continuing to operate profitably because of the interventions that we took together with the unions.
So, James, do you think that it's the end of the road for gold mining in South Africa, because it looks as though there's a lot of consolidation that's been taking place, or do you see an alternative future where we're going to have more mechanized mines?
No, I mean, consolidation has been taking place for decades now. In the early 90s, there were over 40 listed gold companies. We've now got about 4. So consolidation is actually a solution to, the economic challenges facing a lot of these mines, because you get more efficient services and overhead structures over a bigger footprint. But it doesn't mean the end of the road. The reason we are advancing the Section 189 process with the unions is because if we continue to sustain the losses that we are at these operations, it does potentially impact on the sustainability of our other mines, which employ a lot more people. So we need to address these losses in order to ensure the sustainability of other operations and other jobs at other operations.
Yes. We do understand that, but one of the things that communities often complain about is that because of the heavy reliance on a mine in a given area, it creates an infrastructure around that mine, and when people lose jobs there, then you get sort of this decline in the socio-economics of the area. What is it that you guys do when you retrench people? Are there programs that you're able to put on for people to perhaps try and acclimatize to a different job or whatever? Is there any support for people that ultimately get retrenched?
Yeah, that's part of the Section 189 process that will follow. We obviously will engage with the unions and look at all of these things. And, as I say, we've been through a number of them at Sibanye in the last couple of years. These are old mines. Driefontein's over 70 years old. So they are coming to the end of their lives, even though they've still got 10 to 15 years of life ahead of them. They are getting to the end of those operating lives. So part of the process will be to obviously look for alternatives. Typically, we offer voluntary separation packages, so people will get a slightly better retrenchment package than they would normally have got, and early retirement. And then we look for opportunities around the group where we can move people into other areas so that we try and minimize the number of jobs we'll also obviously look for, with the unions, is try and find ways to make these operations sustainable. So we may not end up with the amount of job losses that are indicated in the release. But also part of the discussions will be about training and assisting people to get other jobs beyond gold mining.
All right, James, thanks very much. We're going to leave it there. That was James Wellsted. He's the spokesperson at Sibanye Stillwater.